Hello. It's Tuesday evening. It's the 21st of April. This is personally day 36 in lockdown quarantine for me, where I'm only going out for things that are essential only when I have to. It helps that I don't have a car. Well, hang on a second. I do have a car. And today, I lost 1,200 kilograms, I believe. Because that car that has been sitting in my driveway dead for 2 years or more. Today, a couple of days ago actually, I set in motion the idea that I was going to purge my physical space. It's sitting there. Every time I walk past it, I feel bad that I haven't done anything about it. It detracts and takes energy away from me. And so I made a decision. Gone, gone, gone. And wow! The electrical charge that gave me today was just so phenomenal because I could feel the literal weight that I had been carrying around about that task. Not the only one that I've negated, of course. Does anyone else have a stack of books on their bedside table that they have been intentionally meaning to read for a long time and never really gotten around to, or perhaps opened them, did some reading, all of a sudden it asked you to do something like a task? Oh, I conveniently don't know where a pen is. And then I stopped participating in those things. But I hang them around in my space. So here's this stack of books and a car in my driveway and Lord knows a whole storage unit downstairs that needs attention. What I noticed is every time that I take a piece of that away, every time that I surrender to, okay, you know what? I don't need this anymore. It's taken up space. And if that's taking up space, then I've got no space for something else to fill it with. This idea that it's a vacuum. So once I move that out, something will move in. And what I've been setting the stage for in the last month is pretty phenomenal because I keep dreaming about what it is that I want and walking towards it on a daily basis. And I'm just checking in, like, how are you doing? Did you give yourself any grace today when you found yourself in this place? Lockdown, freaking out. And honestly, I find myself there so often. I find myself there like I'm not aware that I'm there until I'm aware. And when my body's on lockdown, I'm like, right, okay, so, whew, yeah, I get to let go of that again. But it is a practice. It is a literal reminding myself, being conscious and more conscious, making effort towards making those changes, but understanding that for 47 years, well, particularly over the last 20, I've been in lockdown. I've been in constant fear and frozen. I've been in that sphincter tightening, cut off place, and I've only been living, up here, barely taking any breaths in life. What I noticed just from the last 36 days of setting an intention, waking up daily, doing my daily rituals like they're sacred, like I'm honoring my time. I used to say spending my time. But the truth is, what am I investing my time in? I am a gift. You are a gift. Every single one of us has something to offer to somebody else just by being ourselves, which is a pretty phenomenal thing because, no offense, I'm the only one that can really do that, as is for you as well. You're the only you. I'm the only me. What do I want? Get clear about it and then go after it. And today I was doing part of my ritual, and of course that's 20 days in the making, and all of a sudden I uncovered something that literally electrified me again, but in a positive way. So as I'm reading what I thought was my vision, and I try and do it twice a day, but last night and yesterday I missed both alarms. And I remember beating myself up. Oh, you didn't even do that, and you should have done that, and you should have made time. And the truth is, when my alarm goes off, I'm not always ready and prepared in that moment to be ready for that, whatever the alarm is. And instead of beating myself up and feeling wrong or bad or feeling frustrated that the alarm's going off in the first place, oh, for God's sakes, another alarm, what is going on? But the truth is, until I condition myself to get in the habit of, I'm finding it really helpful and annoying to have these alarms go off so that they remind me of all the things that I say are important and keeping those things scheduled. So I'm setting, a foundation at this point in time, which feels really good to do. But today, all of a sudden, I'm reading this vision. And I'm remembering that I don't need to beat myself up when I do something incorrect or wrong that I deem is wrong. If I miss something, if I didn't get to something, if I'm late for something, give myself the grace. So what I talked about yesterday was trusting the process. The truth is, we're being asked to leap into a precipice unknown. That is really scary in itself. But the truth is, I'm building so much excitement around me about what I'm creating through my dedication, through my honoring of my life, that today, while I'm reading this vision and I'm excited and I can feel it, it's visceral in my body. I can feel tingles. I can feel the electromagnetic hurts that are happening when I'm vibrating at that level, and it's towards creation, not fear. There's a difference, and I can feel it in my body. When I'm in the middle of reading this, all of a sudden I'm like, wow, this is not a vision. This is not just a vision. There's an underlying vision to that. This is a manifesto. A manifesto. I didn't intend to write it. It wasn't what I set out to do. But I really believe that it was universal source that gave me the gift of writing this stuff down so that when I read it, I own it. It lives in my blood. It enlivens and electrifies my soul. And when I read it, I weep every time because it's so profound in what I am asking and proclaiming and claiming as mine without asking for permission. I don't know about you, but I have spent most of my life waiting for someone to, could someone just please, if you could just give me permission and tell me what the guidelines are to play within, then maybe I'll know better how to do this thing. And I threw all of that out. Because ultimately, I know. Ultimately, my gut will tell me, and now that I am quieting my head down and landing in my body, those 15-20 minutes that I'm meditating are peaceful and calm and harmonious. That is something that I have not had a lot of. Harmony. There's been chaos and discord most of my life. Abuse after abuse after abuse. But it's the leaning into those places. It's the taking control of my power and allowing that to be my leader. Having a clear vision, having a manifesto, baby, like that thing, I wear it every day. And I'm going to continue to do so because I can feel the electric charge and I can feel the differences that it makes on a daily basis. How amazing is that? I attracted an opportunity today to speak at another Toastmasters and got some really valuable feedback from people that I've never spoken in front of before. I tell you, the things are falling into place so magically that it's so, it's just such an incredible gift, and I feel so much deep appreciation. But I also remember that at one point in time, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I made a decision. I decided that I wanted to be different. I decided that I wanted my outcomes to be different. I decided that in amongst that chaos that's going on out there, that is overwhelming and that I could easily succumb to and have many times in situations similar, when I feel traumatized, when I feel scared, when I feel anxious, and I'm not breathing into my whole body. I've spent most of my life there. And I want to rewrite how this story ends. And I get to, and so do you. And how fantastic is that really, realistically, at this point in time, we are always at choice. So today I ask again, what did you allow yourself to be in front of? What's the content that you're filling yourself up with? Is it good and wholesome and joyous? Or does it drag you down into the pit of bleh and dial your doom all the way in? Because ultimately you control that. And my greatest hope is that we all get to grow into more of ourselves through this and give ourselves self-love. Now, I have been compassionate and in service to humanity in community for years because I believe that my purpose is to help be in service, make a contribution, be an example. But I was giving from empty places because I did not understand the value of going deep within. And the thing that kept me a little bit stuck and out of the game was this idea of comparison, and not only with other people, but with myself. Oh, I've done that before, and now I'm going to do it again, and everyone's going to laugh at me, or whatever this blah, 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 blah that is going on in my head. Because we all have that shitty committee, that bloody thing that just won't shut off sometimes. And the truth is, we are not this voice. Good news. We're the watcher of this voice. Oh, and what is it saying now? And wah, 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 wah. And why am I listening? Why am I choosing that instead of what I could choose? When I was ready to, I could see it, and then I could feel it, and then I could own it. And that is a daily practice. And my greatest hope and wish for all of anybody who happens to be watching this is that whatever's going on out there will go on. I don't know. I don't have control. I easily could be in a massive place of fear. I've lost most of my jobs. My roommate's now moving out. My rent is going to almost double, and I have no very limited income coming in. I could easily be in a absolutely panic state. But I'm going to choose to dial myself back in to my body, dial myself back in to reading my manifesto, believing it in every cell of my being, and keep watching these fabulous gifts that are coming my way. Abundance is a mindset. Prosperity is a mindset. It is a mindset first, and then the vibration is matched. And it's magic. It happens really quickly. And all it took was a little shift. My hope is that you're well. Please give yourself permission to do and be and have whatever it is that you want to do and be and have. You're great. And I'd love to see more of your greatness. So much love. Bye.